Hello, everyone. My name is Alexander Lucard, and I am an HMIS system administrator for Montgomery County. In today's training, we're going to look at SAP BuisnessObjects and how to navigate it. Now, if you are an agency administrator, you're going to know how to use ART. It's this little button up here, Connected ART, and it's going to let you run certain reports for your programs and or agencies in our HMIS system service point. Now, BusinessObjects is the new version of ART. It's going to be replacing ART. It does the same thing, functions basically the same thing in the way that you view ART. It's a little bit different for myself, Baza and Ashley, on the edit side of things, but it will run about 95% the same for you if you're used to using ART. However, eventually ART and Click are going to go away, and you're going to have to know how to use BusinessObjects. And that's all this training is. It's going to show you how to find BusinessObjects and how to navigate it. Now, once ART is officially gone and BusinessObjects is officially live, this Connect to ART button will be replaced with BusinessObjects and Click will just go away. So that's going to be pretty easy for you. But what you might not know is that BusinessObjects is already accessible in our service point system, and you can start using it and getting used to the system now. And that's what we're going to do in today's training. Again, we're just going to show you how to find it and how to use it. And if you've used ART at all, you're going to find it's about 95% the same. So let's show you how to get there. Over here on the left-hand side of your screen is the Reports button. And we can do one of two things. We can click Reports, and we can scroll down to where it says SAP BusinessObjects, which is in between ART and Report Writer. Or if you prefer, you can click on the arrow in Reports and choose SAP BusinessObjects here, which is between ART and Click. Either way, it's going to get you there, not a problem. And let's click on it and see what happens. Here we go. And this is going to take us to the opening screen. It does look a little bit different from ART, different color, different layout, but it does run exactly the same and everything is in the same order. So we've got our folders, we've got our inbox, our recycle bin, and our list of the most recent documents that we've run. For today's training, we're going to show you how to find the 0252 report and also add it to your favorites, so it will be here on your ART homepage. Now, we could just click on it here in the recent documents, but it won't show up in recent documents for you, the trainee, because you haven't run it yet. So what we want to do is find it here in the folders. And again, it's just like finding it in ART. It's just going to look a little bit different because it's a new version of the program. So let's go do this. Let's click on Folders. And here you can see we've got our personal folders, subscribed alerts, and public folders. You can see all the things that are in my public folder, not a lot right now, just stuff that I did for training classes. So let's click on public folders. We can either click on the arrow and expand it that way, or we can just click on public folders and it will be fine. And then we're going to choose the Montgomery Live folder, the Montgomery Live folder. That's where all of our Montgomery County stuff is. We click on it. And we can see, hey, look, it's all the folders that were in ART. It just looks a little bit different, but they're in the same order with the same name and they function exactly the same. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose the ART gallery reports. We're going to choose this one here. And again, you can either click on the left-hand side or you can click here on the folder. Either one is fine. And you see when I did that, it opened the ART gallery folder as well on the left. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose ART Gallery Reports, just like you would in ART. And there we can see the data completion report is right here where it's always been, marked as 0252. So again, everything is pretty much the same so far. So let's click on it. And that's going to take a little bit of time to run, just like ART, but you'll also notice it's a little bit faster than ART. Yay. So we've got our prompts. It's the same prompts we had in ART. And we're just going to fill them out just like we always did. Select provider. Now here's what's a little bit different. We have something called dependencies. That's new. And that's just where you would do the EDAing if you wanted to run the report specifically EDAing as a program. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to do the refresh button. And we're going to pick our programs. We're just going to pick America In. We're going to pick Ashmore and we're going to pick Bethesda Care Street Out. We're just going to pick those three, right? Because I know that they have stuff in them. Oh, look, but down here in the lower left-hand corner, we can see that it's 4, but we only chose 3. Why is that? If we click on the 4, we can see all the programs we chose, but also the initial default of none selected. We don't want that. We're going to get rid of that. We click the X button and it goes away. Once we've gotten rid of that, we click OK. And we can see we just have our 3 programs, America Inn, Ashmore, and Bethesda Cares. And then we're going to do the rest of the prompts just like we always have. Enter start date. We can enter the date manually, or we can click on the little calendar icon here and put in our calendar. Let's do May 1st. Leave it at 12 a.m. That's good. We hit OK and we're done. End date, we're going to choose June 1st. So we're going to run the report for all of May. Hit OK. And then include services. As always, we don't do services here for our 0252 report in Montgomery County. So we're going to mark it as no. Now it says client inactive, but don't worry about that. I'm not sure why it does that exactly, but it's actually for the services. So I think it's just misnamed. I think it's a little bit of a bug, but don't worry. We're just going to choose no. We hit OK. You can see all of our prompts and we run just like we did in art. See, everything's the same so far. It's just a new coat of paint. And it's a more modern version of the system. You know, art's been around since like 2007, so it's about time they updated the program. And as you can see, it's the same report that we would have had in art. Tab A is our little graphs. Tab B is the combined score for all the programs we chose. Tab C breaks it down by program by program. Tab D, we're not going to click on because this is the live site and that's got personal information in it. And tab E is just, oh, look, here's the programs that we chose. Here's the people that were in it. And you can see no data retrieved in services because we didn't choose to look at services. But as you can see, it's the exact same report we've always run. And then if we wanted to, we can see the prompts. We have 5 prompts and we can see what the prompts were that if we want to rerun the report. And then we also have up here, the filter button, right? And all that does is it makes the prompts go away. It's not a big deal. See? And again, you have an art view license, so this is all you're going to be able to see. But as you can see, it runs exactly like it did in art. So you're going to be good to go, right? This is going to be pretty easy. And once you just get used to the color change, the name change, and a little tiny bit of navigation difference, you're going to be flowing through this just like you did with art. So now that we've shown you how to run the report, let's go back and favorite. We're going to go to the home page. Right? Well, let's go back. We're going to go to folders, and I'm doing this again the long way just so you get some practice. Right? We're going to go public folders. We're going to do Montgomery Live. We're going to go to Art Gallery reports, and there it is. Now, to add it to our favorites, we're going to go over here to the 3 dots, the ellipsis, and we're just going to mark as favorite, right? Marked as favorite, you can see a little star appeared right here. And now if we go to the home, we no longer have to search for it. It's here on my favorites. So all I have to do is log in, go right here, and I can run the report without having to navigate through all the many different folders. So really try and make use of favorites, especially if you do a lot of stuff in art for your agency, because this is going to help you out a lot. At the very least, I want you to start this data completion report because every agency administrator should be running this a minimum of once a month. But that's all I've got for you today. You've learned how to look at SAP, you've learned how to find it in HMIS where it currently is housed, and you've also learned how to navigate and favorite the main report that you use. So fantastic. I'm sure you'll add this to your screen and you'll be ready to go once art is eventually defunct and SAP BusinessObjects is the norm. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to doing more trainings with you in the future. Have a great day.